Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to another edition of Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. I am your host, as always, Paisano. Before we get started with tonight's album, I want to mention something kind of kooky and spooky that happened during my last video. Anybody that's interested in the paranormal and paranormal manifestations, so to speak, might be interested in checking out around the 4-minute and 50-second mark of my review of Ozzy Osbourne's Speak of the Devil. And you'll see some what they call orb, O-R-B, activity on the right side of the screen. The bigger you can make your screen, the better you'll be able to see these. And it lasts till about 5 minutes and 8 seconds or so. And in the comments, if you could tell me what you think about that, I'd appreciate it. It was definitely something I wasn't expecting, and took me back a little when I checked it out. Now, I don't want to say too much, but there has been some unfortunate things that have happened in this house, and I'm wondering if these are manifestations of such events. But I guess we'll never know. All right. Spooky stuff out of the way. Let's talk about some rock and roll in the form of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is the last vinyl record that I purchased, and I purchased it about 6 months ago at Bull Moose in Keene, New Hampshire. And it was a brand new release. They were interviewing Mike Campbell, who was Tom Petty's longtime guitarist, criminally underrated, one of my favorite guitar players, just fantastic guitar player, could play anything, as he proved on this album, and I'll explain why. And a document of their 1997 residency at the Fillmore West in San Francisco, California, where they played 20 shows there, and according to Mike Campbell and Tom Petty, while he was still alive, while he was still with us, it was the time of their lives. They had a blast, and one of the reasons they had a blast was that they had full reign to do whatever they wanted, and they did a lot of covers of rock and roll songs. Now, if Tom Petty was anything, he was a student of rock. He loved rock, especially the time period he grew up in the 60s. He absolutely loved that time period. And he didn't pass up the opportunity to cover a lot of those classics from the 60s and the 70s during their 20-show residency. Now, from what I understand, these tracks were taken from the last 6 nights. And the last 6 nights of the 20 that they played there. Was recorded January 31st to February 7th of 1997. And this album came out in many, many forms. I got the triple album. It's 3 records. And I think the full package was a 6 CD package that had everything that was available from those shows. But, I was happy with the 3 records. But just the choice of covers that they did on this is just fantastic. And, they mixed in a lot of their old classics too. And they mixed it up beautifully, really. The albums played terrific. Let's go over the track list, and you get the pre-show spoken interlude, Jammin' Me, which is a Tom Petty original. Listen to Her Heart, Tom Petty original. And then you start getting into the covers. Around and Around, Chuck Berry classic, also covered by the Animals. Lucille, Little Richard classic. Call Me the Breeze, Leonard Skinner classic. Cabin Down Below, The Internet, Whatever That Is, was a spoken interlude. Time Is on My Side by the Rolling Stones. Then we start getting into the they throw in a Tom Petty original, You Don't Know How It Feels. I'd Like to Love You Baby. Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. The Date I Had with That Ugly Old Homecoming Queen, which was kind of made up on the spot. Bye Bye Johnny. I believe that's a Chuck Berry song. Heartbreakers, Beach Party. Angel Dream, The Wild One Forever. Tom Petty's American Girl. The Kinks, You Really Got Me. Tom Petty's Running Down a Dream. I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Stones. It's All Over Now by the Stones. It Won't Be Wrong, You Ain't Going Nowhere with Roger McGuinn on stage, as with 8 Miles High by the Byrds as well. Honeybee. They do a couple songs with John Lee Hooker, Boogie Chillin'. I think, oh, that might be the only one on here. I think on the 6th CD they had a few more songs with John Lee Hooker. Sorry, I've Just Broken My Amplifier, Knocking on Heaven's Door. You Wreck Me, Shaking All Over, Free Fallin'. Mary Jane's Last Dance, Louie Louie, Gloria, All Right for Now, and Good Night. Tremendously entertaining. Highly entertaining triple record. And we got some pictures from the events as they were. Tom Petty, gone too soon. One of the great American rock and roll stories. Fantastic. From Florida. Just a tremendous story. If you ever get to see the documentary Running Down a Dream, they would believe it's a 6-hour documentary. The history of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and let me tell you something, that is one heck of a documentary. Well done, fantastic. This came out on Warner Records. Like I said, it came out in 2022. Released in November of 2022. I got it in early 2023. Let's take a look at the vinyl. Yeah. You got the standard type there, and then you got the Heartbreakers logo on the other side. This is just record 1. All right. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for my discussion about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is the only vinyl I have of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I would like to get more. And who knows, down the road I just might pick up some if given the opportunity. I want to thank you again for tuning in. And I don't know if there's going to be anything spooky going on in this video, but I guess we're going to have to check it out. Yeah, don't forget to go back and look at my Aussie Speak of the Devil around the 4-minute and 50-second mark. Definitely unusual. All right, I want to thank you guys again. Good night, YouTube. And please like and subscribe. Bye.